So before the end of the day, I'm sure each one of us would like to withdraw that money. Don't want to leave anything. If the bank takes back, why should you leave that money in your account? You will have to take it back. So this 86,400 is nothing but the 24 hours multiplied by 60 minutes multiplied by 60 seconds. Every day your account is deposited with this time. And it all depends upon how you are going to use this time, how you prioritize your activities so that you be more successful in life. So the concept of time bank is very important. If you have an assignment to be completed, if you have a subject to be studied because of its examinations, and you also have a plan to go to the Lulu Mall to spend some time there, what you should do first. So there is another principle called the box principle. Your brain is constant. Your mind is constant. In the sense that what can go in your mind is fairly constant in a day. So if you think that I will go to Lulu Mall first and then do the assignment, by the time you return back from the Lulu Mall, you may find that you are totally tired and wear out and you cannot do the assignment. So put the big rocks first in your brain. The big rocks is nothing but the most important things in any day in your life. So do that first so that the easy ones can also fit in the time. I'm not saying that you should not enjoy your days and life in this campus, but identify the big rocks in your life that you should try to attend first. That will actually help you in completing not only your career but having a very jolly good time in this campus. As a professional, you should also have, as was mentioned over here, this institution. When you're studying in this institution also, you should live a life, you should build your career in such a way that you should also have very high moral ethics. This institution should actually bring out the best in you, and I'm sure the faculty and all the Reverend Fathers and the college per se is helping out in doing that, but you yourself have to keep this in your mind actually. So I would like to conclude my talk by just narrating a story. I've read this from one of the books actually. It's the book name is The Professional. You know, the meaning of the word the professional. We are all engineers. In fact, the engineering is by itself is a profession. And we all are, once you complete your course, we are all professionals. So what is the real meaning of the word the professional? The book is authored by Subrata Bagchi. You know, he's the CEO of one software company called Mindtree. He also identifies himself as the gardener. So it's a good book actually. I would suggest each one of you should read that actually. In that book, there are many stories. One which always has in fact touched my mind, and I'm sure it's a great lesson for all of us. It's a story of a young boy. You can just give him, you can put in my name. Let's call him by the name Kumar actually. This young boy, a 5-year-old boy, along with his mother, came to a government hospital. You know, these government hospitals are the place where you can actually see a cross-section of the society. Actually. These are the places where you will find many types of people, many types of professions coming in. You can see lawyers, you can see policemen, you can see men in distress, you can see the entire society is present over there. So this boy, Kumar, along with his mother, they are from a village and they have come to this government hospital. It's happening outside Kerala actually. And you know, outside Kerala, the villages and all, that the quality of life, all those things are totally different from what we see within our state actually. So his mother, boy's mother was having a serious problem, and they have come from the village. Somebody has put them in the government hospital, and since the treatment is also free, so they had to spend quite a good amount of time inside the hospital. And during these days, the boy along with his Kumar, along with his mother, when they were staying in the hospital, this boy found the hospital has his playground as his second home and started moving around the various wards. You know what happens in the government hospital. Lots of confusion all around. There are doctors, there are nurses, there are many types of people coming in, huge rush, queues. Everything is there. Everywhere there is a little bit of confusion also. So the boy was moving around in that place, and to his surprise, he found that he is of some use to the bystanders who are there, who have come with other patients also. Somebody has asked him to buy something from the shop outside the hospital. He just runs out of the hospital, just like doing like a vehicle. He just goes with all happiness. He goes and does some small purchase and then brings back. He does all sorts of petty jobs there also. This boy started doing it, and very not sooner he will find that his mother is no more. She has expired in that hospital. There was nobody to look after this boy, but by the time the boy is accustomed with the hospital. So he continues to remain there, and he starts growing there actually, in that same environment. It's a government hospital, nobody to ask, nobody to. So I see that as an orphan he was there, but then he slowly started to keep that hospital as his place of dwelling, and he started growing there actually. So in the same hospital, as you know, government hospitals, when there is an unclaimed body or a cadaver, it has to be buried actually. You know that. Probably some of you might have seen some notice also coming in the newspapers about something when they find it actually. So there is a procedure in the government actually how to take care of this cadavers which is unclaimed, and it has to be properly buried actually. Government spends some good amount of, not good amount, some money for that. Some money is allowed for that. And there is a standard operating procedure for doing that. There is a doctor involved, police is involved, hospital administrator is involved. And finally, there are some people who have to actually bury this in a place. So this money, the value of the money is not important, but let's assume something around 2,000 or 3,000 rupees is paid for each burial like this, and that is actually given to the various, in fact it is divided among the various stakeholders who are part of this process actually. So once a while, not always, once a while this happens in this government hospital, cadavers are brought in, and then it is kept for some time, and then it has to be properly buried. So this burial was done by certain people, but then this boy also grew up and he is now an adolescent. They find that this person, this Kumar, is the best person for doing it. They asked him whether you can do it. He said, yes, well, very well, I can do it actually. And he's given a paltry money actually. He's given a small money, some small amount for doing it actually. So as per the SOP, the process, each one has a role. As I said, the judiciary has a role, the person from the hospital has a role, the administrator has a role, the doctor has a role. Everybody has to do their part of this. But it so happens that none of these things are happening. Instead, somebody will ask this Kumar to do the needful, and he does that in all cases. So he was doing that also happily. Then one journalist, actually, he was very fond of, in fact, he was curious to know what is happening. He started looking for it, and he just one day, he accompanied Kumar and then tried to find out what he is doing. And to his surprise, this is what he found actually. This boy, this young man, actually is taking the cadaver. He has got a small vehicle, I think, and he's taking the cadaver to the burial place. So en route, he is buying a small garland actually. He also has got a set of clothes, which is ironed clothes, properly washed and ironed clothes with him. He also carries some incense sticks, and he's taking the body to the burial ground, and he's doing all this process all by himself. He is actually digging the ground, and then he's burying the cadaver. But before burying the cadaver, he has put that ironed white clothes on the body. He has put a garland around the neck. He has also lit the incense stick, and he is praying to God. Nobody is watching that. Nobody is there to watch that. I said a whole lot of professionals are supposed to be part of this, but nobody is there. And he did that, and he is going back. Just trying to understand the mindset of that person who is given a small money, unofficially is given very small money, and out of that small money, he is doing the correct procedure without seeing the rewards. Actually, with that small money, nobody has asked him to buy a garland, nobody has asked him to buy design clothes, nobody wanted him to pray for it. But there were a whole set of people who are supposed to be professionals to carry out all these processes. So, I would like to ask you, among all these people, who is the real professional? So a professional, as you all know, is somebody who is not looking for rewards actually. He has a role, he has a duty to the society, irrespective of what he is getting or not. People go to, the work is given to those people who are not behind rewards or money actually. When somebody asks you to do a job, you are already rewarded actually. That should be our thought process actually. So just, the story, in fact, I talk to you for down the line, 4 years from now, all of us will be joining and we will call ourselves professionals. But more importantly, it's the role what is given to each one of you as a professional to serve the society is more important than anything else. Actually. That always keep in your mind. With these few words, I would wish all, once again,